Welcome back to my 5 favorite people. Hope you guys are doing absolutely amazing. Today is the Fed meeting. It is October 29th, and it is exciting. You know, it's a great day to be in the market, a better day to not be out of the market. We have a lot of things happening, so we're going to jump straight into it. If you guys like content like this, please hit that like and subscribe button. Without too much more talking, let's go ahead and jump into it because we have a lot of things to talk about today, you guys. Let's share the screen. Now, if you guys watched the video from yesterday, you will see that I actually did sell my ULTI position. I'm very happy with it. It is what it is. It's what we're not going to be talking about today. But we have a couple different things that I do want to add on. Today, we're going to be adding margin to the account. No, we're going to be taking margin away. I'm going to pay down some margin. We're going to talk about some interest rates. Then we're going to also talk about earnings reports. And then we're also going to talk about what I plan on picking up. So there's a lot of things we got to talk about. And the reason this video is going to be a little bit longer is because I am about to head out. You guys know I don't really ever make videos on Thursday or Fridays because I am still in college. So I commute to another city and I stay over there for about a day and I'm pretty busy. Okay. First thing I want to do, let's go ahead and talk about the positions that I have picked up. So first thing was WPAY. As you guys can see, I did increase my WPAY position. These are from the funds of selling ULTI. My WPAY position has increased to $26,000. You guys can see exactly how we're looking. Now, keep in mind, this is actually so the Fed meeting is happening right now, but the rates have not been discussed. Now, I'm saying if we're looking at the week, sorry for the yawn. If we're looking right here, I'm saying that we've already factored in rate cuts. Like, the market's already factored in rate cuts. I already know that. I mean, the market's already expecting it's like a 96% chance we get rate cuts. Now, the real question is, do we do 25 basis points or 50 basis points? It's going to happen in like an hour and 30 minutes. We're going to hear the exact result. So, stay tuned for that. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm expecting a 25 basis point cut, but if we get a 50, but the thing is, the only problem it's making this rate cut a little confusing is because the government shut down. So we are literally getting like, I'm not going to say inflated data, but we don't have the best up-to-date data. Like, we're using data that's like a month behind, and I don't know, because the job market is looking so bad. Oh my goodness. Unemployment, job loss, it's looking bad. Target has been cutting people left and right. Amazon, Starbucks, they have been getting rid of people left and right. And I mean, I hate to say it, but I don't work for, well, I guess I work for Amazon. I'm an Amazon influencer, so I do get paid from Amazon, but yeah, I'm not employed, but you guys know what I mean. Okay. So that's going to be a little interesting. If we get 50 basis points, or if we get 25, I'm expecting just 25, but I already think the market has factored in at 25 basis points. We shall see what happens. If something does come out, I mean, we could expect this to drop. Now, this is going to be a very volatile day, I will say. This is going to be a very volatile week, with that being said, because we have the Fed meeting. And on top of that, we have earnings report. And the thing is, a lot of these earning reports are going to be coming from tech stocks. Like, a lot of tech stocks have earning reports. So be wary of that, especially if you guys are holding Maggie, different things like that. I'm going to go ahead and put the actual margin, go ahead and pay it down. But I'm letting you guys know two things. There is a limit to Zelle because whenever I get paid, it goes into the Chase account. I have to transfer it to my local bank account. There's only a $7,500 limit that I can send over. So we're going to do $7,500 today. But I am not buying anything for a little while. I probably won't buy anything until after I get back from my vacation, November 5th. Because I want to see what the market's going to do. We have a whole week of earnings report. If there's like a big drop, I'm going to wait because I do want to pick up some flash sale ETFs. But if it keeps heading up, hey, that's great. I mean, I'm not going to complain. Let me go and show you guys exactly what it looks like. So, sorry for the yawning. I barely got any sleep. Okay. Right here, you guys can see, here's my margin balance. As we have talked about, I've kind of explained this to you guys a little bit. But my total account balance is sitting at $32,933.47. This is exactly how much money I have added to the account, the dividends, it includes the losses. This is exactly how much my equity is worth. But if we take into account how much Robinhood themselves have given me to use, it pretty much, you just double this amount of money. So imagine they give me $32,000 as well. It's probably like $31,000 because the first $1,000 doesn't really count. But Robinhood has also given me $32,000, so that equates, I can have an account to $64,000. But I do not use the full entire amount that Robinhood gives me. That's not very safe, because if you guys use all your margin balance and you guys get a margin call, good luck. Especially working with bigger accounts. I mean, my account's not huge, but if you're working with a 6-figure account and you're using 6-figure in margin, you get a margin call, you don't have that in your bank account. Yeah, go ahead and get ready to kick rocks. But let's talk about this. So investing, come over here. Here is the equity, like I told you guys, $32,945. Now, the best part is my account value has hit the $50,000 a mark total. Round of applause. But that is $17,000 in margin, which is absolutely insane. I don't like keeping that big of a margin balance. If you guys know, if you watched my previous videos, I like to keep my margin buffer percentage above 55%. And we are looking not above 55. We're looking at 47. But there's a reason why I did this. First off, we sold ULTY, picked up some more stocks. I knew I also was getting paid, so I was going to drop down this margin debt. I call this a loan. Like, it's literally just like a margin loan. But you're going to get so much better rates whenever it comes to these margin accounts. Now, I know sometimes the rate may not be the best. You probably get a better one somewhere else. But what I will say is that if you guys look at this rate in terms of a credit card, my credit card is 27%. Now, I do have the Chase. You get 1 year, 0% interest free for a whole year. But once that year is over, it is 27%. Imagine I am not living out of my actual brokerage account. Not just yet. At some point, I do plan on doing that. And I'll walk you guys through exactly what that looks like. But my annual rate is 5.5%. That is lower than what a mortgage payment would be for me right now. That's lower than my car payment right now. That's lower than my credit card payment. So imagine, instead of having a balance on those other accounts, you just transfer your balance in on here and you just pay the margin off. But I don't do that. I just wanted to show you guys what the actual interest rate looks like. My daily interest right now for using $17,000 in margin cost me $2.43 per day. If we were to multiply that times 30, $2.43 times 30, it cost me $72 a month to get $17,000 in a loan. Now, let me show you guys exactly what the positions are that I'm holding. We have WPAY. As you guys can see, the maintenance ratio is 50. I did also notice that ULTY moved their maintenance ratio up to 50%. The margin required is $7,899.10. What this means is that I pretty much have to maintain that. Like it just said, you have to maintain this balance before you get a margin call. That's the most simplest terms to explain it without trying to overcomplicate it. Don't let your account balance drop to that. Don't let it get to that number and you'll be perfectly fine. TSYY, I have to hold 50%. Think of it as percentage terms. Okay, 30% of my $26,000, I have to maintain this. TSYY, 50% of $10,000, I have to maintain this balance. HOOW, 30% of my $3,000 or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know how much I got in there. I have to maintain this balance. So just imagine this as a balance. But you should not be fully invested into things that are super high maintenance requirement. For example, when WPAY first came out, it had 100% maintenance requirement. So I did not go heavy. I put $1,000 in. I waited for it to drop. Look at it. I kind of pulled the truck in and bought some more. But you guys should not be super heavy on things, especially if the margin requirement is super high. The only one I have is TSYY, which I'm going to pay down today. And you guys can see this is exactly what we're holding. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you guys, walk you through exactly what it looks like and I pay it down. I'm going to do 7,500, exactly 7,500. So I want you guys to look right here. Margin used, $17,399 right here. That is the margin used. I want you guys to keep in mind, watch this number and watch this number. Both of these are going to increase. And also, you guys can see this is exactly what the portfolio looks like. $32,000 right here. Let's go ahead and add the money. I'm going to go right here to deposit funds. I'll even do it on the actual video. Come over here. I'm going to do 7,500. I want, make sure you check this every time. I want this checking account. I want to go to my individual account. Now, I do have multiple accounts right now. You guys can see I do have the managed Roth and I do have the managed individual. I'll make a video on those later. And then I want to do just once. I'm going to review this transfer. Wait for it to load. Boom. Deposit initiated. Continue. Instant deposit available. I love it. I don't want to schedule. Boom. As you guys can see, a lot of things just changed. First off, this just dropped down to $9,899. If you guys don't believe me, go back 20 seconds. Look what the balance was. Margin total increase. I now have $43,000 to use in margin balance. My account balance is now at $40,000 as well. I have $40,000 that I have invested. You know, there is $40,000 in the account of my money. If we go back and take a look at the actual investing side of things and show you guys the equity versus margin, look at that. Equity now is $40,000. Margin used is $9,000. But if you guys notice, my account value did not move. And why is that, you may ask? You're like, okay, you just added $7,500. How come your account balance did not move? But on the other screen, it says $40,000. What it pretty much means, the most simplified terms, I'm giving it to you like in like fifth grade way of explaining things. This right here was a loan balance. This was already included in my total value. That $17,000 we were using, that was included in that total market value. All I simply did was pay $7,500 on the loan balance that was $17,000. I brought it down, which was debt to me. Think of this. Margin used is debt. I paid the debt down, and that debt then became equity. I didn't have to invest into anything new. I didn't buy any new stocks. As simply as the exact same stocks I was already invested into, and I just paid down the debt that I was using to buy those stocks. Best way to explain it. That's why the value did not drop or did not raise. Now, if I were to go buy, let's say $10,000 in WPAY, this would then change. My margin used would then go from $9,000 to $19,000, and my total account value would go from $50,000 to $60,000. So that is when you actually change your actual account value. So I just wanted to show you guys what that looks like. You guys can see my buying power now is $33,000. I do have $33,000 that I can use. And also, look at that. We got back above that 55% in margin buffer. Now, you guys know, like I said, I also will be doing another buy. It will probably be tomorrow of another $7,500 buy to get this margin balance pretty close to probably about $2,000. And then I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to buy later on. I don't plan on buying anything here soon. I'm going to sit cash. I'm going to hold. I'm going to let all these earning reports run through and see exactly what it looks like. There's just a lot going on. I don't want to be in a super volatile market. I buy at the super high top peak of things and then it drops like 10%. Like I want to pick up the drop at 10% so that way I can ride it back up. That makes sense. I did also want to show you, I did update the tracker. These are up-to-date numbers. I did drop ULTY. You guys can see. I picked up PLTW. Here are my share quantity. I have now 71 shares of PLTW. Here is my current value, my average cost paid, and then every single month it is taking a average. You guys know the most recent payment was 99 cents. I will be making $273.89 from PLTW every single month as a speculation. Here is JEPI. I actually picked up some more of this. My share quantity now is sitting at 62.11, average price of $59.38, and it's projected to bring in $119 every single month. QQQI, I didn't add to this one. I will add to this one with the funds that I am investing in now. WPAY, I did add to this position. I now have 484 shares. Average cost paid is $53.83. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm actually in the green for everything. So after dropping ULTY, that was my only thing that was actually holding back in the red. If you guys actually include the dividends that I have received, including the total return, I'm actually up. I'm actually in the green, which is great to see. And my most profitable one is QQQI. So back to what I was saying, for ULTY, we are now making $1,400 a month in ULTY speculation, because you guys can see this is taking the last 3-month trailer dividend. Even though WPAY has not been out for 3 months, it's still just taking into account the past couple of months. TSYY, I did add to this position. I only added $600. $13.86 average cost paid is $8.25. I need to get this back down. It's paying out $1,163 every single month. Now, HOW, here is one I picked up some shares, 70 shares. My average cost right here. I will say this one's a little off. It does say 422, but this is taking the last 3 months, and this is the most recent payment. So if I want to change to get a little bit more accurate, let's say it does somewhere in the middle. Let's say it does 95 cents for this next upcoming dividend payment. What I can do is I can actually just go right here. I can change, see how it says H9 right here. It's pulling this. I'm going to change this. I'm just going to do H10. So that way it gets the most recent payment. I'm just going to do H10. So now you can see HOW is going to bring me in about $238. Let's say about $260 if it does do about 90 cents. But I'm just going to leave it how it is. But besides that, that's exactly how everything looks. I mean, I stuck to the exact plan I was telling you guys, and I'm pretty happy with my portfolio. It's great to see that I'm actually in the green from things and not down. You know, I know the portfolio's down, but like I said, there's a lot going on in the market. There's a lot of, we have Fed meeting, earnings. There's a lot happening. But if the market does present itself for a great buying opportunity, I will be ready. I made sure this time I have dry powder ready because 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, there was a big drop in the market, and I was wishing that I had some money to buy into it, but simply just could not do that. But yeah, here's the account. You guys can see we're looking pretty good. Let me see. There was also something else I want to show you guys. What was that? Okay, so we went over margin. What else did I say I was going to do? See, I need to have a script. I don't even script my videos. Go over the balances, and then I showed you guys that. Yeah, so I mean, I think that's all besides for right now. I mean, I can't really show you guys anything. I will show you so far. I did actually, let me fix my mouse. I did actually open up some new accounts, and I'll give you guys a little sneak peek what that looks like because I showed you guys in one video. So this is the managed account. If it lets me click on it, don't need to actually plug it back in again. Okay, my mouse is going dead. I need to get me a new one. Okay. So I did pick up a new account. Now these are going to be the managed accounts. Here's my managed individual account. And what this is, they call it like a robo-advisor. You simply just add your money into the fund and then they invest it for you. There is a fee of 0.25% per year. That does get taken out. So that is actually way less than the average financial advisor fee. I don't even know what is the average financial advisor fee. What is the average advisor fee? Let's see. About 1% of assets under management. See, the company I used to work at, it was private wealth management, but they charged 2%, which I thought was absolutely insane. How much did they charge? Let me see. Yeah, 2%. I thought that was insane. They were charging 2% annually, and I was just like, dude, like he had some big clients. Like he has people that had like $3-4 million accounts. Like how much is that? I remember there was one dude that had like a $7 million account. Times 0.0, is it 0.2 or? Yeah, that's insane. He's making that per year off of one client. Dude had 50 clients. He's making bank. Let's just take for account. Let's just say he had 20 clients over $1 million. Yeah, dude's making bank. Man, he's making bank. But I couldn't do it. I had to get out. I could not work in the office. I did not like working in a cubicle. I love the actual job itself. I love being a financial planner and doing. I did the retirement. I did I did retirement projections. I did 401k allocations. I did the 403bs. I worked on college planning, and then if they needed help with like estate planning, stuff like that. And then also transferring in assets. If people had like assets in another financial institution, I would help the transfer process. So that was my main job. And I got to see the back end of things. I got to learn a lot about stocks and ETFs. It was pretty cool. But back to what I was saying. This is the managed individual account. You pretty much just add money into it. Whenever you guys start it up, you're going to pretty much let them know your goals and risk tolerance. I would show you guys, but it has some personal information on there. But you can just click on it. You'll see it up top. If you're on the phone, you can just scroll to the top. It'll be a little plus button. Or you guys can just go to investing and then just add another account. That's all you got to do. But you can see exactly what I'm invested in. It is U.S. large stocks, large cap, growth, momentum, value, quantity, and mid cap, 79%. If we actually break it down, you can see exactly what the equity is. It shows you exactly what you are invested in, like IVV. My equity is $101. And if you actually click on it, it actually tells you exactly what your total return is. That's pretty cool. And then I can actually click individually. You can see VTV, XAR. I mean, click on them. Like this one doesn't have much, but you can see it looks exactly like a regular individual account. You can sell it the exact same way. International stocks is exactly what it's invested in. And then we also have U.S. bonds. I'm not really a fan of bonds, but hey, it is what it is. It's not. It's not gonna outperform the S&P 500, but it is what it is. And then I actually have my managed retirement account right here. This one has $1,600 in it. It's down $14, so that's pretty cool. I think it's be pretty interesting. Now, this is just whenever I deposit. That's why that big drops right there. It's just whenever I deposit the money in. I think it'll be pretty interesting to see exactly how this thing performs, to see if it actually gives me a good return. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna see. U.S. stocks. I don't know if it's invested the amount yet. Oh yeah, dang, this is a lot. Wow, this is a lot. Okay, so it's single stocks. I didn't even know they bought this much. Golly. Okay. So we're mainly in IVV. Okay. We have single stocks like Google. And then also Apple. Oh, I went too far. Let's see. International stocks. Okay, China, Euro, Japan. Okay, pretty cool. And then we have some bonds, SGov, yeah. Okay, so that's the retirement account. Nothing too crazy. I'm going to try it out. Like I said, I'm going to make a full in-depth video actually explaining and walk you guys through. But I wanted to keep you guys transparent and show you guys what it's looking like. To try out the robo-advisor, because I was looking on YouTube. No one has a video about this stuff, so I want to try it out. I'm sure I'm going to make a video, and there's going to be a lot more videos, so it is what it is. But I wanted to give you guys a... just a little comparison to show you guys exactly what it is. But I'm looking at a lot of different things. I'm looking at the managed accounts. I'm also looking at the Robinhood brokerage account. Trying to live more out. I forgot the dude's name, but I was watching his video. He's explaining what it's like to live out of the brokerage. I love the idea of it. So that's going to be the next step. Trying to live out of the brokerage account. I didn't want to make this video too long. You guys know exactly what happened yesterday. I sold ULTY. I just wanted to add some funds into the account. The account is now sitting at $40,000, which looks amazing. We'll get this to $4,700. The goal was to get this thing to $50,000 for the end of the year. So I think right now I can probably, because the limit is $7,500. I can do another $7,500 tomorrow, get it to $4,700 or $4,800 or $48,000, and then I could probably do $2,000. And that gets the account to $50,000. You guys know the goal for the end of this year is $100,000 in this account. It is $100,000 in this account, and I want to be pulling in $6,000 minimum in dividends every single month. That is the goal. It is the goal, and it's going to get accomplished. How is it going to get accomplished? I have no clue, but it is going to happen. And I set a goal. And the thing is, even if I don't hit the goal, I'm going to shoot for the stars. And guess what? I got a $90,000 account. And I'm pulling in great dividends. So yeah, that's the goal, you guys. And if you guys love that goal, and you just love the energy that I bring, because I love my comment section. You guys are amazing. I just want to give you guys kudos and props. You guys are literally amazing. I love every single one of you guys in the comment section. And I just want to let you guys know, if you love content like this, if you enjoy content like this, please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps my channel grow so much. And it also helps me grow because I get to wake up and do what I enjoy doing. Like at some point, I would love to just do YouTube full time and just talk to you guys. Maybe open up. Oh, this is what I was going to tell you guys. I completely forgot. I am working on a Discord server right now. I'm in the process of having someone build it because I'm not tech savvy enough to do that. I'm in the process of having someone build one out. So that way we can actually communicate. Like for example, with YouTube comments, there are so many comments. You guys, I'll post a video. I'll post 2 times a day or something like that. One video get 100 comments, the next video get 100 in the same day, and then videos from 3 days ago are still getting 20 comments a day. So they all just get mumble jumble. I can't respond to them all. But if we're all in one Discord server, you guys can ask questions. And also, there's a lot of people in the comment section that have a lot more experience than I do. You can bounce questions off with them, stuff like that. I do love Blossom, but you guys can't necessarily talk to me on Blossom. I don't know. I don't use Blossom. But I think a Discord server would be perfect. Let me know if you guys have made it this far in the video. Let me know if you guys will be interested in the actual Discord server. I'm working on it. It should be up before I get back from vacation in Florida coming up in a couple of days. Let me know, you guys. But until next time, I will see you guys here soon. Hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Hopefully the Fed meeting goes according to plan and earnings go according to plan. No margin calls, you guys. Take care of that account balance. Make sure that margin balance is staying low. Until next time, see you guys soon.